want to pick another example. Let's say number 2. We want to divide 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 7 by 2x minus 3. Okay, so the first thing to do is to use label. This is our dividend and this is our divisor. So the first thing to do is to divide the first term of the dividend. Okay, that's 4x raised to the power 3 by the first term of the divisor. This as well. Okay, so when we divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor, that means we're talking about 4x raised to the power 3 divided by 2x, and we'll have 2x squared. Right, and now the next thing to do is to multiply 2x squared. Okay, let's also change this as we screen. We multiply 2x cubed multiplied by the first term, multiply 2x squared by the divisor. Okay, so that means we have 2x squared multiplied by 2x. That means we will have 4x raised to the power 3 and 2x squared multiplied by minus 3, and we will have minus 6x squared. Okay, and the next thing to do is to subtract the dividend from the result. So that's we have 4x raised to the power 3 minus 4x raised to the power 3. That will give us 0. Okay, and then plus 6x squared minus 6x squared. That will give us 6x squared plus 6x squared. That will give us what? 12x squared. And we can bring down the remaining terms. That's minus 2x plus 7. And then we repeat the process. So we are dividing this first term by the first term of the divisor. Okay, so that will give us 12x squared divided by 2x. Okay, and that will give us plus 6x. So we can still change this. Okay, now the next thing to do is to multiply plus 6x with the whole of the divisor. Okay, and in that case we'll have 6x multiplied by 2x. That will give me 12x squared, and 6x multiplied by minus 3x. That will give me minus 18x. Okay, and afterwards we are going to subtract. Right, so we have 12x squared minus 12x squared. That will give us 0. And minus 2x minus 18x. So since minus times minus will give us positive, we say that this is minus 2x plus 18x. So we're left with 16x. The 7 can come down and we have this. So, and then we repeat the cycle again. We are dividing the first term of the result divided by the first term of the divisor. Okay. So we are saying 16x divided by 2x. Okay, and that will give us 8. So we add the 8 here plus 8, and afterwards we multiplied the whole of 8 with the whole of the divisor. Okay, so and that give us 8 multiplied by 2x, that's 16x. And 8 multiplied by minus 3, That will give us minus 24. So then we subtract these terms. 16 minus 16, x will give us 0. And 7 minus minus 24, 7 minus 24. That's 7 plus 24. That will give me what? 31. Now, let's do this. So equal. This now will be our remainder because we cannot go further from there. Okay. And this will be our quotient. Now, remember we write it in such a way that we say dividend is equal to quotient multiplied by divisor or plus remainder. Okay, so that means we are saying that our dividend, which is 4x cubed plus 6x squared minus 2x plus 7, is equals to the quotient, which is 2x squared plus 6x plus 8 multiplied by the divisor. That's 2x minus 3 plus the remainder. That's 1. Okay, now let's pick one more example. It's this. So it's just repetition of processes. So let's pick question 3, and we want to divide 2x raised to the power 4 minus 3x raised to the power 3 plus x squared minus 4x plus 5 by x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, so this whole thing is our dividend, and this is our divisor. So as usual, we divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So what we are focused on here is x squared. Okay, so 2x raised to the power 4 divided by x squared will give me 2x squared. Then I multiply the whole of x squared, change it to plain, and I multiply it with the whole of the divisor, right? So that's 2x squared multiplied by the whole of the divisor. Okay, that's 2x squared multiplied by 2x by x squared. That will give us 2x raised to the power 4, and 2x squared multiplied by 3x. That will give me 6x plus 6x raised to the power 3. 2x squared multiplied by 1. That will give me plus 2x squared. Now, the next thing to do after that is to subtract. Okay, so 2x raised to the power 4 minus 2x raised to the power 4 give me 0, minus 3x cubed minus plus 6x cubed. Okay, I'll give us when minus multiply plus, left with minus. Okay, so we have minus 3 minus 6, we have minus 9x cubed. Okay, and plus x squared minus 2x raised to the power 2, that's plus 1 minus 2. Okay, because minus and plus has turned into minus, so thereafter we have it as minus 1, so minus x squared. So as usual, we can drag the ones that are not affected now, and plus 5, and then we repeat the whole process. So that means we are dividing 9x cubed by x squared. Okay, so let's divide 9x cubed by x squared. So that will give us minus 9x. So thereafter, multiply the whole of minus 9x. This we multiply it by the whole of the divisor. Okay, so that's minus x multiplied by 9 plus x multiplied by x squared. So we have it to be what? Minus 9 cubed minus 9x multiplied by 3x minus 9x multiplied by 3x. So we have it to be what? Minus 27x squared minus 9x multiplied by 1, and that will give me what? Minus 9x. So thereafter, we subtract the result from the previous result, right? So in that we have minus 9x minus 9x will give us 0, then minus x squared minus 27x squared. So that's a minus x squared plus 27x squared plus minus times minus will give us plus. So that will give me 26x squared minus 4x minus 9x. Okay, so that's minus 4 minus 9, and that's minus 4 plus 9, and that'll give me plus 5x. So I can still bring this one further downwards, and then we repeat the same process again. Now that means we are dividing 26x squared by the first term of the divisor, x squared. And when we do that, we have what? Plus 26. So we must change this one to green, right? And we multiply the whole of 26 by the whole of the divisor. Okay, so in short, we're saying 26 multiplied by x squared. So we have it to be 26x squared. We have 26 again multiplied by 3x, and that should give us 78x, and 26 again multiplied by 1, and we have it to be plus 26. And when we do that, we now subtract again further. So 26 minus 26 will give me 0. 5x minus 78x give me minus 73x, and 5 minus 26, okay, as 5 minus 26 will give me minus 21. Now we can go further, however which we cannot, because minus 73x, as the process is, cannot divide x squared. So this is where we stop the division process, and this is what we call as our remainder, which we can label blue, and this is what we call our quotient. Okay, now so as we are used to write before that dividend is equals to quotient multiplied by the divisor multiplied plus everything plus the remainder. So we can write that 2x is to the power 4 minus 3x squared cube plus x squared minus 4x plus 5 is equals to 2. Quotient is 2x squared minus 9x plus 26 multiplied by the divisor, which is x squared plus 3x plus 1 plus the remainder, that will be plus minus 73x minus 21. Okay, so this is really nice. Alright, so I think we should take one more example. Okay, let's take one more example to clarify this. Okay, let's take one more example. So that we of writing for easy understanding. So let's say number 4. Now we were given to find the quotient and remainder when 8x is power 3 plus 8 is divided by x squared minus 2x plus 4. Now we will notice some contradiction in this question in such a way that we are dividing, this is the dividend, okay, and this is the divisor. Now you notice that the dividend just has x is power 3 no question, it doesn't have x squared, it doesn't have 2x, and the divisor itself also have is it looks normal, okay. So let's do this like this. So this is how we go about this question now. So we have x squared, sorry, we want to write the dividend as x cubed, okay. It is x cubed plus 8 truly, okay. But to make our work very easier, we now write it as x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x, okay, plus 8, and our divisor will be x squared minus 2x plus 4. And this is our dividend, and this is our divisor. Alright, so in that scenario, we know the first thing to do is to divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. So in that case, we are dealing responsibly with x squared. Okay, I'm trying to capture this. Alright, so when we say x cubed divided by x squared, we allow it to be x. Okay, so when we have x, then let's change it as usual to our column, and then we multiply the whole of x with the whole of the divisor. Okay, so in that case, we have x multiplied by x squared, and that will give us x raised to power 3, and x again multiplied by minus 2x, that will give me minus 2x squared, and x again multiplied by 4, and that will give me what? Plus 4x. Now then we subtract. Okay, so that's x cubed minus x cubed, that's 0, don't need to write that, and 0x squared minus 2x squared. Okay, that's 0x squared plus 2x squared, because minus times minus will give us positive. So we have 0 plus 2, that will give me 2x squared, then 0 again minus plus 4x. So that's 0, since minus times positive, minus times plus will give us minus. So 0 minus 4x will give us minus 4x. And as usual, we can drag this one down, plus 8. Okay, and we continue again. We'll have to divide the first term of the result by the first term of the divisor. As 2x squared divided by x squared, that will give me plus 2. Okay, and we have it to be this. Okay, so then we have multiplied by plus 2, multiplied by the whole of the divisor. Okay, so when we have that, we have plus 2 multiplied by plus 2 multiplied by x squared. So we have it to be 2x squared, and plus 2 again multiplied by minus 2x, that will give me minus 4x, and plus 2 again multiplied by 4, and that will give me plus 8. Now when we subtract these together, we have 2x minus 2x squared, we have 0, okay? 0, and 4x squared minus 4x squared, and we have minus 4x squared plus 4x. Still have 0, and 8 minus 8, we have 0. So at the end, everything results to 0. Okay, so in short, we have 0 to be our remainder. Now whenever we have 0 to be our remainder, that means the divisor is a factor of the dividend. Okay, we will talk more about this when we get to the remainder theorem. Okay, now so let's conclude this and say that dividend, as usual, dividend is equal to quotient. This is our quotient. Okay, it's quotient multiplied by the divisor plus the remainder. And so our dividend, which is x cubed, okay, plus 8 is equal to the quotient, which is x plus 2 multiplied by the divisor, which is x squared minus 2x plus 4, and the remainder, which we can write as 0. And it's not limited, so we can remove it since it's 0. Right, so this brings us to the end of division of polynomial. So you can try a lot of questions, okay, and we should note that whenever the degree of the divisor is greater than the degree of the dividend, the division is not possible, because the degree of the dividend must be higher. I repeat, the degree of the dividend must be higher than the degree of the divisor. Let's see here, the degree of the dividend here is 3, okay, and the degree of the dividend here is 2. Okay, so the division is possible. And in our previous example, the degree of the dividend here is 4, and the degree of the divisor is 2, which is higher. Let's go one more step on here. The degree of the dividend is 3, and here the degree of the dividend is 1. Okay, because it's just 2x. Okay, and in the first example here, the degree of the dividend is 2, and the degree of the divisor is 1, which is higher. Okay, so when we look at question like that, you might be given a multiple choice question and say that divide this by this, and then your option you might be saying not possible. So you have to cross check with the degree of the dividend and with the degree of the divisor to know if it is possible or not before embarking on the division process.